Qoder is an agentic coding platform similar to Cursor or Windsurf, so you can use it for vibe coding or just programming through conversation. In this video, I want to show you how to use it to build a fully functioning drawing app in SwiftUI. You can pick any of these drawing tools to draw on the canvas. We can choose from different drawing templates such as black canvas, grid paper, dark canvas, and sepia. All these drawing controls are working fine. So once you create a drawing, you can export it as PNG, PDF. You can share the drawing in different ways, such as copying the drawing, saving to the iOS Files app, assigning it to contact, printing the drawing, and more. All the drawing controls you see on the right edge of the screen are also working fine. There are also some other drawing settings, like changing the background, setting the canvas opacity, and more. As you have noticed, this is an iOS 26 app, so it automatically supports liquid glass. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Qoder to build the iOS drawing app in SwiftUI and preview the app using Xcode. When I scroll down further, you will find all its features. You can do intelligent code-based search. It can give you advanced repository insights. It has memory for continuous improvement. It also has tool use. So using Qoder, you can get access to models like Gemini, OpenAI models, and cloud. Like Cursor, you can use tab completion to complete your code. So to get started with Qoder, you visit qoder.com and download it. It is now in preview, so it is free to use, but that may change in the future. So I'm going to launch the app. On the top right, you have noticed I have opened the chat window. Once you launch the chat window, there are two modes. You have noticed here, there is an agent mode. That is what I use to create a drawing app. If I click that, you can also use the ask mode, just like how you do it in Cursor. One thing I noticed when using Qoder is that once you select agent or use the ask mode, they don't show the model you are using. Unlike Cursor or Windsurf, you can select from a list of models. So over here, this is the prompt I used. I asked the agent to create a fully functioning and beautiful SwiftUI drawing app using the PencilKit framework. PencilKit is a freeform drawing framework from Apple. And over here, we have the response from the model. First, it went through all the directories of the Xcode project. So for this example, I already created an Xcode project. You have noticed here, we have the same directories. So these are all the directories you see in Qoder. So I already had the Xcode project, and all I did in Qoder is to go to the Files and Folders Explorer and add a new file. So over here, I added a new file called Qoder PencilKit drawing.swift. So before adding the prompt, this file was completely empty. After adding the prompt, I got this response from the model. So the agent began going through all the directories and also made a to-do list to build the iOS drawing app. So these are all the steps it took to build the drawing app. So it completed all these steps and updated the changes in Qoder PencilKit drawing.swift. So you have noticed here, it applied the changes, and also I went ahead to accept the change. It modified the file further, so I accepted the changes again, and at this point, everything was done. So the agent wanted me to run the app through the terminal. However, I wanted to test it in Xcode first to see whether there are some errors or not. So I went to Xcode and there were some errors. So over here, you have noticed I copied all the errors from Xcode and paste them here and asked the agent further to fix the errors. So if I scroll down further, there were still some other errors like this one. So I copied that from Xcode and fixed it here again. With that, I got a fully functioning SwiftUI drawing app, which I showed you in the beginning of the video. Let's go back to the Xcode project and run it. Over here, you can use the preview to preview the app. Now we can use any of the drawing tools to draw on the canvas. However, when you use the preview, you cannot save the drawing changes when you tap the share button and select the option Save to Gallery. Before saving a drawing to the gallery, I also perform an additional step by selecting the root folder of the app and going to the Info tab. I added this privacy, Photos Library Usage Description. So that is the only thing I did. Now we are going to run it on the iOS simulator. You have noticed here, iPhone 16 Pro Max is selected. So let's run the app. So we can show and hide the drawing tools. We can pick any of the drawing tools here and start drawing. The ruler, eraser, and all the other tools are working fine. So as I told you previously, once you draw on the canvas, we can select the option Save to Gallery to save the drawing to the device's photos gallery. So you have noticed here, the drawing has been able to save. So I'll click OK and go to the Photos app. Over here, I'll tap the Photos app. So we have the drawing. For my system-wide settings, I have dark mode. That is why the background is black. So this is how you can get started with Qoder to build an app just like using Cursor. So I encourage you to go to the Qoder website and download it here and experiment with the tool yourself.